Alrighty, y'all. It is Freestyle Friday. No script, no pressure, no polish. Just real talk. So come on in, get your coffee or whatever's in your cup, and let's hang out for a little bit. And don't forget to hit the like button, the share button, and the subscribe and the bell. And tell me where you're from. Just pop it into chat. I I am from where the pine trees can feel the Gulf breeze, right in the heart of humidity. Anybody figure out that one? I'm from Southeast Texas, y'all. So let's go ahead and address my lack of consistency. So obviously, I'm sure everyone has noticed that for the past couple weeks, stuff's been late posting. I mean, last Friday I had to do a pre-recorded episode. Y'all, life is just laughing over here, okay? And there is no break. And I feel like I've been paddling without my floaties for a while, and your girl is tired. But I'm getting the hang of this new time, this new schedule, this new everything that seems to be popping up over here. So hopefully we'll get lined back out again and y'all won't have to be waiting or wondering on me anymore. Because it is getting warmer outside. And all of the chores and stuff that we have put off, like during the wintertime, you're like, oh, I'm not going to mess with that right now. When it gets warmer, we'll deal with all that. Well, it is warmer. And now we have to deal with all that stuff that we've been putting off. And I'm not a fan of that. I mean, I'm a fan of procrastination. I'm just not a fan of when you get to the end of that procrastination, what happens then, right? So that part I'm not a fan of. But I forgot to swap my little slide, so it should say live now. Not sure if it changed. There we go. It changed. Still getting the hang of this production company, y'all. I should probably have my teenagers in here with me. They could probably do it way better than I can. I know my son could because he's ready to go full blown YouTube streamer on gaming. Like he's already got him a little TikTok and he's posting his gamer videos and he's gonna be famous and he's gonna support his mama. I am declaring it. I'm claiming it. Or he may grow up to own a business and be a welder like his father. So I'm praying for his wife too. Already, right now. Just getting a jump start on it. So, yeah, I don't know if anybody else is in the same boat I am, but all those let's do it when it gets warmer stuff, it's here. We're having to do it. Not only that, but now we're having to wash our cars again. Like, I was kind of enjoying the wintertime going through the self car wash thing, where we didn't have to get out there and actually do it ourselves. No. Well, because I'm that person, now I got to get outside, get the pressure washer out, and deep clean my car. And my kids are gross, y'all. I'm just saying. I don't know if anybody else has that problem, but my kids are gross. I mean, they're nice kids. I'm proud of my kids, but sometimes I'll get in that car and I'm like, for real, child? Like, why? Why is this there? He drives my car and I'm like, you need to remember that belongs to me. So don't be getting in there talking about my trash because we ain't talking about my trash, okay? We're not talking about the cubby hole that's full of everything and we got to clean it all out just to find the mailbox key. We're not talking about that. We're talking about all them, right? Because we don't need to talk about us. We know ours. We clean up the mess. We're the ones that have to deal with it. So let's not focus on us. But even my doctor, I go in there and they download my insulin pump. And he's like, why are you eating so late? you're eating a lot later now than what you used to. And I'm like, well, doc, it don't get dark until almost 8 o'clock. The days don't end at 5 no more. I mean, we got stuff to do over here. And as soon as it gets dark, you come in and you swap from one job and then you go to the next job. And now you got to cook supper, get kids in the shower. And, you know, then you eat supper. And it's like a mathematical problem for me over here. So, but then you got to clean up. And he's like, after dinner or after supper, because now he says supper like I do now. So I have converted him. But now he's like, after supper, don't clean up the kitchen, go exercise. I'm like, Doc, don't neither one of those sound very nice to me. I'd rather clean the dishes than exercise. And then they do my blood work and we find out that my vitamin D is low. And I'm like, I'm outside. He's like, yeah, that doesn't count. So now I got to pay another amount of money just for vitamin D pills that I'm probably going to forget to take. Because did y'all know that stuff affects everything? Like, I didn't know that. Like, I really didn't. I'm learning so much about myself, mainly what I'm lacking. My pancreas decided that it's done with life. And, now I guess my vitamin D is going to just decide to deplete too. I forgot to put this to live chat, so if anybody chatted, I couldn't see it because it wasn't on there. But somebody better chat. I see this. I got some watchers. It's okay to be silent lurkers, but put me a state in there. Texas, Alabama. Where are you from? The UK. On my YouTube report card that I get, that's why I'm always like this video. Because if you don't, YouTube says, hey, nobody wants to see you or hear you. And my views tell me differently. But the likes are telling YouTube, nah, we're not interested. So if you could like it, then YouTube would get to with the program too, okay? But yeah, it's just we're eating late, and even the doctor noticed it. And the older you get, more problems is wrong with you. It's like a check engine light on the car. Every time you go, something's wrong. It's just a new problem. We don't ever get the engine light to go off. We just fixed the $5 problems, and now we're at the big problem, and we're just like, what? I mean, I can go get a new car. I can't get a new body. I wish I could get a new pancreas, but good Lord willing, I may not have to deal with this forever. Jesus could heal me if it's in his will. But if it's not, I will tarry. I have accepted it. He wouldn't have given me this if he didn't think I could handle it. There are days I question that he has me mixed up with someone else. But then he reminds me, no, you don't. But with the time getting later, you eat later. And when you're a diabetic, that'll mess up your whole program. It just will. But, so, I'm cooking later. We're eating later. I'm cooking later. Now I got to stay up a little bit later because got to wait on all my levels. Except for yesterday. Yesterday, I'm proud of myself. I had my supper done by 5:15. Why, do you ask? Because we had a baseball game. And my little baseball player had to be at the field at 7. His game starts at 7:30. The concession stand is going to shut down before his game is done. And I knew that little dude would be starving. So I made sure to make sure I had supper ready so we could all eat before we went to the game. Which also, by the way, was a very big money saver. That wasn't my driving force, but it did have its own small benefits because we didn't make 500 trips to the concession stand. But it's funny because I don't know if y'all remember, but his number is 67. And oh my Lord, that used to drive me bonkers. But now I think it's hilarious because he's coming up to bat and it is super quiet. And like nobody's encouraging him. And I'm not one of those, let's go boys. I'm not one of those kind of moms. if you're having fun and you're doing your best, I am satisfied. I am proud of you, no matter what. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if I played baseball, especially, well, first, as old as I am, there ain't no way I would be able to. Well, we got a Texas. I see you. Um, there's no way I'd be able to run around that field like they do. I would have to take a break like 1,000 times. But not only that, I would probably freak out when the ball hit and not know what to do and forget what my job was. And these boys just, they work hard, okay? But so I made supper before we go, all that stuff. I'm getting sidetracked because I looked at my comments and I'm gonna do that and it's gonna distract me. But we get there and it's the second time batting. And like I said, it's kind of quiet. So I'm like, 6, 7, like that. Can't believe I did that. I think I embarrassed my husband and my daughter. Everybody in the stands just started laughing. And then the umpire literally like turns around and looks in our general direction. I don't know if he knew it was me or not. But I asked my son after the game, I was like, "Did you hear me?" And he was like, "Yes, I did." I was like, "Did I embarrass you?" And he was like, "No, ma'am. You made me smile." So apparently now I'm going to have to do that every time he bats because he's going to expect me to make him smile. It is just, I'm not a sports person. I'm not. I used to watch a little bit of sports on TV. I went to a couple games. I went to an Astros game one time and witnessed Craig Biggio shattering a bat when he hit a ball. And it was the coolest thing ever. But my very favorite part of the baseball game that I went to was the seventh inning stretch and the food. That was my favorite part. But I jump on the sports train and I guess you could say a baseball mom now, even though I'm a stepmom. But I had to put them white baseball jeans in my sink last night and scrub them to high heaven so they would be white again. I'm like, I love you and I want you to play your heart out and have fun. But sometimes I wonder what them coaches are thinking. I know they got wives. White pants. Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. But there's no crying in baseball, so I'm just going to have to scrub them pants every time he's with me for a game, I guess, because I can't do it. And then he's the boy trying to convince me he ain't got to tuck his shirt in. I'm like, yes, you do. No, nobody tell me I had to tuck my shirt in. I'm like, yeah, you do. It's a uniform. Tuck your shirt in. I had to go get his daddy to verify that I wasn't lying to him. It was hilarious. Why do kids do that? Like, Mama can tell you the same thing over and over and over again, but we're not going to believe it. But let Daddy tell us, or Pop tell us, or Papa, or Grandma, or Nana, or Meemaw, and it's like, oh, thank you for letting me know that. What you mean? I done told you that 15 times. How come you don't believe me when I tell you that? I mean, I know I was probably the same way, but again, we're not talking about me. We're talking about them. But I am hoping that all of you did something crazy, incredibly exciting this week because I do believe that the only thing I have to offer you is the baseball game story. Because I'm trying to think, I don't think I did anything else like super duper exciting. I did go to Walmart with my husband. That was fun and an adventure. I'm just kidding. I love going places and spending time with my husband, and this was a quick trip, so it wasn't crazy. But look, if I get away and I'm not rushed, I like to just chill in Walmart. I love the clearance aisle. And depending on which Walmart we go to, because where I live out in the sticks, we got a trek to go to the store. So literally, you ask yourself before you leave the house, do I want to drive 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour? Which direction do I want to go? So any direction we go, there is for sure a dollar store, a Walmart. There's gonna be, so we just get to pick which direction we go. And most of the time we pick a direction where there's a Dollar Tree included in that town as well. But we didn't get to go to Dollar Tree this time because we were in a rush. Because we had to be back. We had things to do, kiddos to pick up, and a baseball game to get ready for. And the girl here had to cook an early supper, which is unheard of. And I feel like I didn't get enough credit for that. I mean, I know we're going to backpedal for just a minute, but I feel like I need to toot my own horn because it was 5:30, y'all, and I had a full-blown supper ready. It was a simple one. It was tacos, so it really doesn't take that long, but still. So let's just give ourselves a round of applause, a silent little woohoo every time we do something that needs recognition because sometimes we're going to be the only one that gives it to us. And that's fine too. All victories count, even the ones that go unnoticed. But, yeah, so I didn't forget what I was talking. Oh, I don't have anything exciting. That's why I forgot what I was talking about because I didn't have anything to talk about. I didn't have anything exciting this week except for the baseball game. And we lost. We did. We played our little hearts out, but we lost. And my son seems to think it's everybody else's fault, but it is right now. He's just bitter because they lost. He'll get over it and then he'll be able to see because he's a good sport. Just in that moment, because he was hyped up all the way there. We're going to win. They did not. But again, I'm one of those moms. Did you have fun? Yes, ma'am. Then that's what's important, okay? But tonight, I'm going easy again on supper because I'm tired. It just feels like, I don't know, according to Google, it's because my vitamin D is low. Because did you know that vitamin D, we're going backwards again, that's how my brain works. So get your little pocketbook out and take some notes here. First of all, don't be Googling a whole lot of symptoms because you're going to think everything's wrong with you, and I promise it's not. But, so I get my results and I see low vitamin D, which he told me you need vitamin D vitamins. And I'm like, boy, no, I don't. I go outside. Doesn't count, he said. And my doctor is a foreigner and he is hilarious. He almost killed me one time, but he is hilarious and I love him. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But yeah, so vitamin D can make you tired. It can make you moody. It can make you depressed. It can make you achy. It can literally every symptom that I have for diabetes is also related to vitamin D. Oh, and I'm not done. It's also related to every other thing that could be wrong with you. Like, let's take the Rona, for instance. Fatigue. Look, seriously, half the time I'm blaming stuff on my diabetes, and it ain't even my diabetes. It's a low vitamin D. Now I gotta take another pill. I'm becoming one of those people. I'm gonna have to get me a pill box, and I'm telling you, I don't want to because I'm just now at the end of my 30s era, and I'm not ready for one of them pill boxes where you got the mornings and the nights. Full disclaimer, I already have one. I just forget to fill it up. So then I got to play the whole game of, did I take my pill this morning? I don't do that with insulin. I'm good with my insulin. But as you can tell, I remembered to take my anxiety pill this morning because I didn't freak out or have to like jump up and down and do some jumping jacks before I started this live. I didn't even have a plan. But I felt good enough and confident enough to get on here, and I knew I could bore y'all with some conversation for about 30 minutes. But if you're still here and you're not bored, hit that like button because it helps me out. And it tells YouTube that people really do like listening to her talk. And guys, I need y'all to hit them like buttons because my dad is always jacking with me about how much I talk, and I birthed a child who is the same exact way, and he never shuts up. And my stepkids, I I swear, if you met us out in public, you'd think they was full blown mine too, because the whole daggone family just talk, 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 talk. But I need to prove to him that people actually like listening to me talk. So y'all hit them like buttons, okay? Hit the like button, share this video, subscribe, tell your neighbor, tell your sister, tell the girl in the checkout, hey, life sucks. I got a podcast for you, okay? Meet somebody at church. Maybe they're missing church. Maybe they're sick and can't go. We do a little check-in on Sundays, pause and praise. We'll get into a little bit of the word. For disclaimer, I am no preacher. I am no saint. I am no perfect person. What is that song? I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody all about somebody who saved me. Okay, that's all I'm doing here. Okay, Sundays are important to me because I'm in a place right now where I don't make it to church like I should. But that doesn't mean that I don't talk to Jesus. That doesn't mean I don't have a relationship with him. A lot of people believe that. I was told way back when I released an episode, The Fear That Almost Broke Me. I was told way back then, I seen somebody in the dollar store and she was like, I'm so sorry you quit church. No, I didn't quit church. I didn't quit God. I quit your church. I found a new one. But then life happened, diabetes happened, low blood sugars happened, and when excuses are too easy to come by, the devil takes them and he stacks them against you. But I'm getting there. So every Sunday, I like to focus a little bit on Jesus so that I don't get too far away. So I share that with you guys. But anyway, before I went off on my little soapbox rant tangent there, well, before I move on, let me tell you something. Don't let anybody tell you you are not worthy. Because it doesn't matter what the world says. It doesn't matter what your neighbor down the road says. It doesn't matter what sister singing off key every Sunday morning says. God decides. You look to God. The Bible says that. Seek first the kingdom of God, and all his righteousness will be added unto you. I probably quoted that wrong. I'm so sorry. But it says seek him first. Seek him. Don't seek sister singing off key. Don't seek your neighbor down the road or your friends, uncles, cousins, aunts, mama. No. Seek Jesus. You got a question? Ask God. My mama told me that a long time ago. She told me, she's like, Angie, I cannot give you the answers you want. I can't. The only thing I can do is tell you what God has done for me. The only thing I can do is tell you why I am still standing and how he has helped me. But if you have questions, if you're hungry, if you feel like you're missing something, the best thing I can tell you to do is go to him. She didn't say go to church, although that's what she was talking about. But she said go to him. And that's a very, very important part of that sentence. Because let me tell you something. You don't have to make it to church every Sunday. Should you? Yes. And I know I should be there. I know. And when I make it through them doors, everybody's going to know that I got victory over the devil. Just putting it out there. But go to him because God is everywhere. God meets me at my sink. God meets me washing a vehicle. One time we was karaokeing in the backyard and my daughter picked a song and God met me right there by the fire pit. God is everywhere. So remember that. Seek him first. All right, now I'm getting off my soapbox. But I got some announcements. And some of y'all are going to be happy and some of y'all are going to feel cheated. Okay? So I'm sorry for those of y'all that are going to feel cheated. But just so you know, I kind of feel cheated too, and I'm the one in control. So there's that. But we're going to have a spring sale on merchandise. That's right. Pull up the YouTube page, click the link button, and go down there to merch. And go to the store and fill up your cart. Okay? Easter's coming up. Mother's Day's coming up. A random Tuesday, you need a prize for doing something. Did your husband buy something lately? Remember, you get to match his. That's what I told mine. I was like, you just remember all these purchases because I get to spend what you spend. Just joking, but I do plan on spending. Mom get me a new purse. It ain't gonna be new. It'll be Poshmark new, but I'm getting it. But we got a spring sale on merch from now until April 17th. Okay, so you're gonna use code SPRING26, all capital, SPRING26, and that's gonna get you 10% off. Okay, but it's not going to be across everything. There's like 3 or 4 things that are not going to be included because, listen, guys, me throwing a discount code out there, the $1.50 that I was making on any of these products, I'm not making that because I'm giving you a code. Okay, that's why I can't run it forever because your girl over here has, I'm just saying. So use code SPRING26 for the merch and you'll get 10% off. And just for those of y'all that feel like you kind of got cheated because, hey, I already bought merch and I didn't get 10% off. Girl, I bought 3 shirts, okay? I don't get them for free. I got to buy them too, okay? But I bought 3 of them and they are now my favorite shirts. They are a little thinner than what you would get like going to Walmart to get a shirt. But they're more like, what are those shirts? Love and Faith? Like my mother-in-law gets those shirts and she gets me those all the time. They're kind of thin like that, but they're not like see-through thin, okay? Like, they're a good quality t-shirt, but they're thin enough that in this heat out here in the South baseball game, I was fine. Okay, I wore mine to the baseball game yesterday. But they're awesome. So, go check it out. And I got some other things in there too, but y'all remember, I dropped all those prices as low as it would let me drop them because your girl's not trying to get rich over here. I always want merch for all of my favorite YouTubers, and I'm not always in a place financially to be able to do it. So I wanted to drop my prices so that everybody could afford them. There would be something for every different level, including your host here. So, but I've gotten 3, and I'm going to get some more, I promise. Hello from this corner of the world. I see you too. But yeah, so it's spring sale from now until April 17th. Use code SPRING26. Also, free and paid members on Patreon. Okay, remember, you can be a free member too. All you got to do is sign up with the email. And you don't get a bunch of spam emails. I'm not that type of person. I ain't got time to put them together, guys. Because the emails you're going to get from Patreon, I literally do them. So, obviously, I'm late on videos some days. I'm not spamming your email. I'm not. But April newsletters packed with your freebies will be sent out April 1st at 8 a.m. So, you're going to get all your freebies, and your newsletter is going to be on time this month. Yay me. That's another win. But it does not include your 30-minute meal recipes. I got to do 5 of those and then 5 of our life hacks. Those are going to be sent out on the 5th of April. I think it's the 5th. I may be lying to y'all, but I think it's the 5th. Those are going to be sent out on April 5th. So, right now, if you are not a member on Patreon, you have time to get in on 30-minute meals, life hacks, and the April newsletters and the ton of freebies, okay? So if you go to Patreon, the link's on my page, and after this is over, I'll try to remember to go back and pin the links in the comments. But you go sign up with your email, you get access to pretty much everything that's on Patreon, and then you get a monthly newsletter, a lot of freebies. You also get a study companion every week that goes with our Pause and Grace episodes. And that study companion, I put it together, guys. So, by the way, if there's a typo, just overlook those. Because sometimes your girl's doing it at like 1:30 in the morning. It gets real over here, I'm just saying. But anyway, so all that, your newsletters will be sent out on the 1st this month. We are going to be on time. Now, follow us on Facebook. If you're not following us yet, follow us on Facebook for even more content. A lot of posts in between videos, some behind the scenes information. Now, if you're not on Facebook, because a lot of people aren't on Facebook, check the community tab on the YouTube page. Because pretty much everything I put on Facebook gets put on the post tab on the YouTube channel. So if you're not on Facebook, a lot of people aren't, no judgment, and you don't want to follow us there, check the post tab because a lot of times it's the same thing right there. But Patreon is the way to go. And there's free and paid. Remember, you can be a free member or you can pay to be a member. And the paid tiers I'm cheap, guys. There's one for $2 and there's one for 5. And all that does is keep the lights on and the internet flowing. Because we already found out one day this week that when we moved from home base without Wi-Fi, it messed up our world. That was Wednesday. If y'all didn't notice, that video was way late. But I did have a good report from the doctor, so we're still stuck on those positive vibes. But also, feel free to email Grace and Grit. Let me know what you want to see. Is there any kind of freebies? Sit down and Tristan, sit down. Did it help? I can't believe I'm a party to this. Now I feel bad. Boy, I can see you. But email us and tell me what you want to see. Tell me what you want to see on the extras for Patreon. Tell me what you want to see on Facebook. Tell me what kind of topics you want me to talk about. Tell me if you totally want to get rid of Free Friday, because I really am boring. I don't. Nobody want to hear my annoying self-talk. But be nice and show grace. Okay? But different Patreon extras, topics, all that stuff. I'm magic. I am magic, and I will use my superpowers. I will. But I'll try to pin all the links after this one. Also, reminder, because we're getting overtime here, and I still have to make my supper. We having hot dogs tonight, hot dogs and Frito pies. But a little while ago, I sent it all out so that everybody, there's the merch link. It just popped up now. So there's your merch link. Um, but I sent out a thing. I'm going to do a special episode. And I haven't got a title for it yet, but I'm leaning towards something like, there's a song my daughter listens to, Scars to Your Beautiful. So I'm kind of using that as inspiration, because we all have scars. We all have things that we've had to go through from all the seasons in our lives, okay? But we also have our testimonies as well. So this is going to be a special episode, not on Friday, not on Wednesday, not on Sunday. It's just going to be extra, featuring viewer stories, okay? So all of you get a chance to be in the light. You all get a chance to let your voice be heard. Now, you can let your voice be heard anonymously, or you can let your voice be heard and you can give me a name. You can share as little or as much, okay? But I'm trying to line up some very special interviews so that I can have the audio for this episode. But I want to give everybody a chance to have their story heard, because every one of us has been through a season and faced things in our life, and this is encouragement. This whole thing started because it is so much easier to handle life and handle business knowing that we are not in this alone, that we're not crazy, that all of these things that we're facing, everybody faces a similar version. Okay? So, the deadline is going to be this month. I cannot remember the day off the top of my head, but it's going to be this month. So, by the end of this month, if you want to be included in that, get it to the Grace and Grit podcast at yahoo.com. But like I said, I'm trying to line up some pretty special people for an interview. Just the audio part. But you can send me any questions you have about it. I can break down all the details for you. But so let's see here. We got to wrap this up. Oop, I took it off. There it is. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and go check out the merch shop. Spring sale code is spring26. My chair just went nuts. It's going to be spring26, and that will get you 10% off. So remember to do that. I just put it in chat. But also, I was going to tell you something else. Follow us on Facebook. We got 13 followers. And then make sure you remember to get all your friends, families, neighbors, lady at the grocery store to subscribe, because right now we're 70 subscribers, and when we hit 100, you get to see this tired, wrinkly, old, gray-headed face on this other side of this microphone. And just tell people like my son does. It's a mom thing. It's just moms talking. So it's kind of boring unless you're a mom. That's what he tells everybody. But no joke, I guarantee you there's at least 2 viewers on our channel that has come from my son's gaming experience. So if you're friends with Muggum or Squirtle, what's up? It's Muggum's mom. But anyway, until then, y'all go enjoy the rest of your Friday. Love your people dearly, or at least tolerate them. Until tomorrow. And I will see you guys next time.